So, good afternoon and welcome to the dRofus Demonar series. My name's Chris Rozelle and I'm joined by my colleague Jasper Wong.
Hi, everyone.
So this is actually now our sixth Demonar in the series. As I've mentioned in the past, the idea with these Demonars is that, first of all, we present topics which we know are really important to our customers. Demonar is a little bit different to a webinar in that, webinars are more general information and may include customer presentations, whereas these Demonars are, a bit more of a deep dive into a specific topic, showing some of the concepts, some of the theory, but also, the key picks and clicks in the software as well. We generally try to keep them to 15 to 20 minutes. The idea being you can join the session and not interrupt your day too much, potentially watch the recording on the journey to and from work. And so, today we've got a really exciting topic, dRofus Web. There's lots of different workflows that obviously we try to facilitate within the software. And I think sort of dRofus Web is the bit of gold that maybe isn't used as often as it should be. So, in the Demonar today, hopefully you'll get a bit of a better understanding of some of those use cases. That there's quite a lot to get through. So without further ado, I'll hand over to Jasper.
Thanks, Chris. So with today's Demonar, we'll be covering a few things. The key benefits of dRofus Web, show some key functions, and we have come up with a list of 10 ways dRofus Web can enhance your dRofus experience. So let's start with your project data. Everywhere you go and everyone you talk to on your project, you're always exchanging data. Where is it stored and how is it stored? Without dRofus, more often than not, it is in an email or a correspondence or a file in a document management system. The information may be held in different systems and you may spend time to find what you need. With dRofus, the data is visible by all stakeholders, removing data silos, and all stakeholders are working with up-to-date and consistently organized information. A key aim of our desktop software has always been to help develop the golden thread of information on projects. And dRofus Web takes this to the next level. To complement the desktop experience, dRofus Web allows you to access the same project data. It works in a browser, no apps to download. That means you can look at your project information on any device with a web browser and internet connection. If you're already using dRofus for your project, you can access dRofus Web by looking for these icons in a desktop client. Because all you need is a web browser and internet connection, you can continue to work collaboratively with your team and enjoy the benefits of dRofus on your project. On every project, there are two types of users, contributors and harvesters. Contributors are people who input and update information. They will typically use the desktop software to do their heavy data manipulation and synchronizing of data with models. Harvesters are people who tend to consume information and may do light information updates. They can do this using tablets or any mobile devices. dRofus Web is intended to add value to your dRofus laptop experience. This is a list of how the two platforms complement each other and may help you augment your day-to-day use based on your activity. There is a lot of information on this slide to read, so we will share this with you in a follow-up email after the Demonar. In the next section, we will take a quick tour of the interface and demonstrate the 10 users. This is the interface of dRofus Web. The modules available in dRofus Web are in the menu on the left, such as rooms, items, etc. We will also point out that products module has a place in dRofus Web. This allows you to browse all the products in your project. In terms of presentation, you can browse information effortlessly between different modules with your IFC model showing where you are in your design. If you need to generate a report on the go, the new built-in dynamic reports can be exported via dRofus Web. There are many things dRofus Web can do to complement your desktop client experience. So without further ado, we will go through our top 10 users that will enhance your dRofus experience. Here we will show how easy it is to navigate in dRofus Web, from rooms down to occurrences, and with the viewer on the right-hand side showing where you are all the time. As we browse through the functional structure, information about the room is displayed. The IFC model viewer updates indicating where you are in the design. For this Demonar, we will use the gymnasium as an example. As you drill deeper into the FF&E items in the room, the viewer provides geometric model for context. Navigation is bidirectional, so selecting an object in dRofus highlights corresponding geometric elements and vice versa. The IFC Viewer has the functionality to rotate and pan the view. You can also change the height of the cut plane or see behind walls using the X-ray mode. IFC properties of rooms and model instances can be inspected from within dRofus Web. Searching through databases can be an arduous task, but with dRofus Web, this has never been easier. It doesn't matter whether it's a room or product you are looking for, it is now so easy to find them. This quick demo will show just how easy it is. When you put in your search term, in this case the word gym, it will search through all the modules and display the results for each module. In another example, using the search phrase thread will show instantly all the occurrences for treadmills, saving so much time. Selecting this will take us to the occurrence where you can navigate to the room. From here, you can interrogate the room data or other items in the room, giving you a seamless experience as you access your project data from different modules. In this example, at a site meeting, the gym owner has just heard about a new make of treadmill and wants it loaded as an option within the project as soon as possible. Everyone agrees and it's approved. There is no need to wait, and this can be loaded instantly within dRofus Web. You can create and add products easily through the web interface. In the occurrence properties, browse to the product section to add a product by filling in the details. If a manufacturer information is not set, you can create by simply inputting a name. You can always come back to put in more details later. Once the product is created, you can browse the Nordic treadmill where you can add more product documentation or images about relating to the product. Many colleagues just can't help themselves and love their 2D outputs and views to do things like checking and validation. Of course, you still can have those, but this demonstration will show how you can view what is traditionally 2D in dRofus Web in a much more user-friendly and informative way. Here we have split the screen into two. On the left is dRofus Web, and on the right is the room layout sheet. In this demo, we will compare the two and perhaps convince you that viewing live data is the way forward. Firstly, the schedule of items on the room layout sheet is a representation of model elements. In dRofus Web, we show a list of occurrences required in the room. And we go a step further to indicate if the elements in the IFC file has or has not been modeled correctly. You can also view your drawings in dRofus Web. You can import a drawing every time you synchronize your room data, and in so keeping your drawings up to date in dRofus. In this way, the project team can refer to the drawings with the data and requirements all in one place. As I was saying earlier, we can perform QA checks with IFC model files. As you select the model elements, dRofus Web will show instantly the information and also highlights them in the model. Now you have full visibility of the brief, the models, the drawings, and all associated data. Why would you not use this? As with the 2D drawings we talked about earlier, you can do reviews with dRofus Web that don't require printing of paper output, such as room data sheets. This clearly has a significant sustainability implication. In this example, we would like to show the digital review of room data sheet. It is great to be able to do your normal reviews and help the planet at the same time. This feature was demonstrated in our recent IFC Demonar. Scan the QR code to view the demo or browse through to our YouTube playlist for that specific session. So in this example, we just found out how many treadmills are going to be required and who is responsible for purchasing them. And we got some notes that we want to record about the decision. Let's see how easy that is to update in dRofus Web. And then see the updates in dRofus Client instantly together with the log reports that records all the activity without the need for documentation. Here for the treadmills, the exclamation mark indicates the quantities are different. We will update the quantity and the client is responsible to purchase the treadmill. We'll also add a note to say what we have done. A quick refresh shows the quantities are matching between the database and the model. Switching back to the desktop client, the quantity, owner, and the note has been updated. These changes are also recorded in the logs together with who and where the changes are made from. We know a comprehensive change log is important. Earlier this year, we have included the source of change in our logs. As you can see, the changes are all made in dRofus Web. It is important to note that key outputs and deliverables can be accessed directly from within dRofus Web. The new dynamic report templates are set up in the client and can be used in dRofus Web. Here we have the room data sheet for the gym, including the occurrences in room, and the images exported from Revit. Other than room data sheets, there are also reports for items, products that can be used from the web interface. Do try them out and let us know if you have any feedback. Many of you have seen a QR code on reports such as a room data sheet or item details report, but not realize its potential. Another great way to use dRofus Web is to track statuses of room or FF&E while on site. The automatically generated QR codes can be used to access the data in the palm of your hands. Now we'll go through a couple of examples. The first use case is room tracking. The QR code can be on the door frame or somewhere in the room. In dRofus, you can create your fields for information you want to collect. In this case, the room has all the design phase checklists ticked off. The last item to be ticked off is to give the room a final clean before handover. This tracking can also be done at an asset level. In this case, the QR code is fixed behind the TV, and once again, there is a validation status you can tick off. We are showing simple validation workflows, but you can also use it to update information and statuses on the go. Now, here's a real recent game changer: the ability to use dRofus Web on a tablet to take a photo and attach it to a room on the go. The potential use cases for this are many and varied. In our example here, we are going to add a photographic record to prove the water cooler has been installed. You can take a photo and upload to the database. When a photo is saved and uploaded, the team in the office can access it and perhaps start a debate as to whether the bottle should be half full or half empty. With that, we have come to the end of the top 10 use cases. We have also come to the end of the Demonar. I hope this will inspire you to explore dRofus Web for your project. Back to you, Chris.
Well, thanks, Jasper. That was really great. I think we've hopefully expanded everyone's understanding of what dRofus Web can actually do, and likewise, hopefully inspired you to put some of these great use cases into practice on your projects. Just in case anyone was a bit late joining, how can they find the recording of this one, Jasper?
The recording of this session will be posted onto the dRofus YouTube channel, and all the Demonars are collected within a playlist called the Demonars. Also, once the video is available on YouTube, we will be sending out an email notification.
Fantastic. So our next session will be on the DIM GUI, as we lovingly refer to it, or in full, the dynamic graphical user interface. We are obviously coming up to the end of the year, so we'll sort of see if we can perhaps sneak one in before Christmas, but it may also be sort of early next year as well. We will come back to you all and obviously send out invitations for that shortly. But yeah, thanks again. Great job, Jasper, and we look forward to seeing you in the next Demonar.
Thanks, Chris, and thanks, everyone.